I sincerely hope someone in this world loves me as much as the College Football Playoff Selection Committee loves them some Iowa Hawkeye football. I also hope that there is no one in this world who hates me as much as this College Football Playoff Selection Committee hates Miami. My goodness. What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year-round. If you're into that, hit that subscribe button, like this video, answer the question in the comments below. What the hell is Iowa doing in these college football rankings, dog? What are they doing here? Like, I was looking at this and I was going, wait a second. Don't my eyes deceive me? Is that the Hawkeyes ranked inside of these top 25? Is that they? Is that the Kirk Ferentz of it all? And it turns out to be, yes, my good sir. That is Iowa, ranked at number 2, 3. Gave them the Jordan ranking. Ain't that up? Children watch this show. Children watch this show, and parents watch this show with their family, and I appreciate that. So we're not going to take it there, but you could see I wanted to take it there. Look, I don't get it. I don't understand it. There's not a single top 25 win in there. Not one. Not a single one. And just because you beat the dog piss out of Nebraska doesn't make you a top 25 program. That's not how this works, homie. That's not how this works. And these bunch of suits, I mean, good grief. They finally ranked James Madison, but it seemed like they ranked James Madison so they might not have to put Duke into a college football playoff, which, you know what? Fair. Now, I got to see somebody try to hold up Duke as a viable champion. I should not say a viable champion. They are a viable champion. As a viable college football playoff team at 7-5. We're looking at 8-5 getting the college football playoff. And y'all want to tell me the 8-4 team should never get into a 2014 playoff. Yo, dog, which is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, if we're going to be letting teams in that go 8-5 and win their conference championship, why don't we let the Conference USA champion in? Why not that? Why don't we let the Mountain West champion in? Why not that? Why don't we let the Pac-12 champion in? Yeah, they got a tiebreaker. They can figure it out. Have you not seen how ACC has figured out how Duke's going to get into this? Opponent win percentage, which is a lottery because you don't know how good each one of these teams going to be. And their best win is Syracuse. Homie. What are we doing here, homie? Like, I don't understand. And I honestly believe that the story coming out of this isn't that Ole Miss is still ranked at number 6. Somebody's probably going to do that. And I will address it, but I'm going to address it mostly because it's in the zeitgeist. Ole Miss should absolutely be in the college football playoff. They should absolutely be a top 10 team. Number 6 is a fine place for them to be. Charlie Weis is going to be calling plays. Pete Golden's going to be the head coach. They got everybody in place that they need to have in place, save Lane Kiffin. And if you think Lane Kiffin is that much of the sauce to what Ole Miss is doing, then he ought to win the national championship at LSU, and they should go 16-0 next year. If you think he's that big a deal at Ole Miss, didn't y'all tell me that he basically got the Thanos gauntlet with all the gems in it at LSU? Isn't that what y'all told me? You in the back. You told me that LSU is going to win a national championship next year. Stand your ass up. Come on, to the front. Stand here in class. Sit your ass down somewhere. I came out here to clown you. Like one of them people that says Avatar and talking about the blue people. I came to clown you. Get up out of here. Sit down. You know what? No, don't sit down. Get up out of my class. Go see the dean. I don't know. Make up an excuse. Go see the dean. I don't want to see your face no more. Get out. Lord have mercy. LSU people acting a fool over this. Kind of like these people in the college football playoff committee, dog. I'm trying to tell y'all. I don't understand what games they be watching. I don't think they be watching games. Like, here's the thing. The reason I'm the national college football analyst at Fox is because I watch everything. Did you watch South Florida Charlotte? Because I did. Did you watch North Texas Temple? Because I did. I mean, I'm pulling out factoids that ain't nobody heard of, like North Texas. I say only the teams that only the fans of those teams are heard of. North Texas having their third 10-win season in history. The first one in 1940, second one in 1970s. Now, getting their first 11-win season this year. They about to hire Neil Brown, be their head coach. Ooh-wee. Meanwhile, Oregon, they lost Tosh Lapointe to Cal. I don't know how much of a loss that is because Chris Hampton is a really good coach. And I also don't think that Tosh Lapointe is that great a defensive coordinator. Will Stein to Kentucky. Yeah, that's a loss, but Dan Lanning will find an OC. He's found 2 OCs, right? That'll work out. And we keep going down on it. But I keep going back to the ACC, which has got a big old tie up there at first place. And rather than this committee believing that it is indicative of a strong conference, they just contend that the ACC is booty, is boo-boo, is trash. Look at this. I'm looking at Duke's schedule right now, right? Duke's sitting here, wins over North Carolina State, wins over Syracuse, wins over Cal. Lost to GT, win over Clemson. Good for you, 46-45. UConn, they lost to UConn. Now, I get it. UConn ain't been the UConn that we have known since Jim Mora, but he's Colorado State now, so it might go back to being that. And they lost to UVA. They beat Bill Belichick, but who ain't? Who ain't? And they got beat by Wake Forest. Wake Forest, good football team. I mean, excuse me, they beat Wake Forest. Wake Forest, good football team. And again, they're going to get to play UVA again on Saturday night and get to barge their way into the college football playoff, we think, right? So it was this really interesting spot where you're going to have the highest ranked conference champions get in, which means you could end up with Tulane, North Texas, and JMU boxed out by Duke. But I don't know. I'm rooting for carnage on this one. Like, if you get a top 10 or a top 25 win against UVA, and you know that UVA has been 10-2, you know that is the best team in the ACC. Are you really going to leave Duke out? Seems like they apparently are going to try. Meanwhile, we get to have this big old discussion a little bit further down the line about basically 14 through 9, right? That's the way I see it. They make it smaller, but I make it bigger because I include Vanderbilt at 14, Texas at 13, Miami at 12, BYU at 11, Texas at 13. I mean, excuse me. I'm doing it again. My bad. Let me start it over. No, number 14, Vandy. Number 13, Texas. Number 12, Miami. Number 11, BYU. Number 10, Notre Dame. Number 9, Alabama. Got it that time. The point there is, hey, y'all, didn't y'all remember that Miami beat Notre Dame? Because I'm sure the Canes do, and I know ND does. ND has reeled off 10 consecutive victories by double digits. I don't give a good damn. They played Miami, and they lost. That's how this works. You lost. Honor the win. Honor the win. Forget the losses. Honor the win. You know, I get into this business, and one of the first things I get told, especially by the folks that work in TV, is, hey, RJ, talk about what they can do, not what they can't. That works on television. That no 100%. You hear play-by-play, color guys do it all the time. It works on television. It's why, you know, Romo getting roasted and from time to time Herbstreit getting roasted, because you're pointing out the Pollyanna-ish part of it. You know, I'm not going to talk about this. I'm more impressed by, nah, dog, everybody else is looking at this booty football being played over here. Talk about this booty football being played over here. Because that's what we be doing. Like, I'm out the mud. I'm one of y'all. Like, I was reminded a long time ago, I was tweeting at the Fox Sports College Football account. Now it's tweeting out my stuff, which is wild, right? But, you know, that'd be part of it. I can't tell you that I value Miami's losses more than I do their wins. I don't. I think the quality of the schedule is a crapshoot. Oklahoma won that one going away. That's why they get to sit pretty. Matter of fact, leads me to another point about this. Look, Vanderbilt can sneak in, Texas can sneak in, but if you think that the head-to-head should matter, only if you have the same record. 10-2 versus 10-2, head-to-head should matter. 9-3 versus 10-2. 10-2 beats 9-3. Vanderbilt. So ranking Texas ahead of Vandy just kind of feels wild there. But okay, maybe you think that Texas is a good football team. The eye test, with your little old eye see. Don't matter that y'all see less than Snake Plissken and Nick Fury combined, but, you know, with your eye see. Get out of here. Notre Dame, Alabama is not a debate to me. Notre Dame will get in, Alabama loses. Alabama wins, Notre Dame is out. That's just how it's going to go. And you know what? That's the way it should be. Join the damn conference. Marry into somebody. I don't care who you marry into the conference. Instead of this open marriage thing, make an honest woman out of the ACC. Notre Dame, you Catholic. Come on now. Then you got, you know, the usual suspects where I think absolutely this is the best place to be. Oklahoma, getting to sit pretty, you get the extra bye week, baby. A&M, getting to sit pretty, you get the extra bye week, baby. Ole Miss, sitting pretty, you get the extra bye week, baby. Oregon, sitting pretty, you get the extra bye week, baby. Texas Tech, are we going to put in 11-2 Texas Tech? I would think so, but not at the expense of the conference champion, which would be BYU. So you might see just one team from the Big 12 get in. Hello. Georgia, ooh, honey. you might not be able to come back from 2 losses to Bama. It's like, but Bama being in the playoff, that's how that works. You know what I'm saying? That's how that works. We got other teams that, like Vandy, like Notre Dame, like Miami. They deserve some considerations here. Then Indiana, Ohio State. It is the least anticipated number 1 versus number 2 that we've seen, but I love that game, and I really can't wait for it. I'm really excited about it. I wish more people were excited about it, but we had Lane Kiffin out here acting brand new. No, not acting brand new. Acting like Lane freaking Kiffin. $100 million job here, $100 million job here. Instead of saying yes or no, doing what the rest of us would do, which is, tighten up our belt, stick our chest out, say Ole Miss or LSU. He said, LS Miss. Man, I can't imagine walking out on a national championship, on an opportunity to win a national championship. I win 4 games. I win 4 games. My team is 11-1. I win 4 games. I win a national championship. What am I going to do? I'm going to go chase this money, honey. Y'all don't get to tell me nothing about these players ever again. Ugh. Gross.